Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Teacher Val. I'm a full-time Montessori teacher, a diploma holder in early childhood education in Montessori. I love working with kids. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to introduce your child to writing, and you're going to write numbers. This is the first activity. Just take a piece of paper, write some numbers on it. And this is a child who has already recognized the numbers. Kindly don't do this to a child who doesn't know the numbers, because it is always important to start from the known to the unknown. And also in my previous video, I had showed you activities that will help your child prepare for writing, the indirect activities for writing. After your child has gone through those activities, today we want to do the actual writing activities. And this activity, this is how you're going to do it. Make it interesting, and we are just going to use paints. You can see I have paints, and this is just a matchstick. And your child is going to hold this matchstick using the 3 fingers, and this is the tripod grip, which is recommended for writing. Your child is going to just make dots on the numbers. This is number 3, and this is how your child is going to do it using the matchstick. Apart from learning to write, your child also is going to recognize the numbers. The child is going to do this round, round, and that is number 3. Use a different color, or your child can still use the same color, but I'm going to use green. This activity also is going to help your child learn the colors. This is green for number 1. 1. Now let's trace number 2. I'm going to use blue. Remember the direction for writing number 2. Make sure that you follow the direction. Direction is very important when you're forming the numbers, so that the child can learn to form the numbers correctly. That is number 2. This activity also, I've tried it out with my children at school, and I found it very helpful, especially when you're using, you can also use cotton swabs. You dip them in the paint, and then the child can still trace on top of these numbers. This is how that activity is going to come out. It's an interesting activity, going to develop a tripod grip. After you've done that, now you can come to this activity. This is writing or tracing the numbers. This is how you prepare your child. Give your child a crayon, and this is how you're going to do it. Remember, this child who is doing activity, this one is a child who has learned the numbers. Trace on top of 1, and then join the dots. You can do the same for number 3. Remember the direction. We are starting from the top, the first curve, and then the second curve. Support your paper or your book each time you're writing, starting from the curve at the top and then the curve at the bottom. Don't start from the bottom to top. We always start from top to bottom. The same with number 2. We are starting from the top down and then horizontally. You don't start this way. We always start from the top. The same with number 2. We start from the top, joining the dots all the way, and then horizontally to the right. Never start from the top up, but always start from the top to bottom. We always start from top to bottom. That is the right direction of writing, and that is how this paper is going to look like. You can trace as many numbers as possible. For this video, I've just used 1, 3, and 2. Work with your child repeatedly. Children learn through repetition. Children need patience. Keep assisting your child until they learn to write correctly. We also, after this activity, your child now has learned to trace. The child has gotten the direction of writing the numbers. Here now, you see what I have. I've written the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then I've given them where to start their numbers. You can see the small dots below these numbers. This is where your child now is going to try and do free writing. There is no tracing, there is no writing on top of the numbers. We are going to do our free writing. This is how your child is going to do. Remember, we said top to bottom. Then write 1. Number 2 again from the dot, top to bottom. We go the curve all the way and then horizontally to the right. For number 3 again, we are starting from the top, the first curve, and then the second curve. This is how your child is going to write, and there is number 1, 2, and 3. They might not come up perfectly at the first try. Let your child do many trials as possible until they perfect that skill of writing the numbers. Write as many numbers as you can. You don't have to start with 1, 2, 3. You can start with 9, 6, even 5. We said we don't do things to cram them. We are learning to understand the numbers. Those are a few of the ways that you can help your child learn to write. Thank you for watching this video. Again, if these tips have been helpful to you, remember to share with their fellow parents or fellow teachers so that they can try them out to their children. And also, if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment. Remember also to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell for you to get notified each time a new video is rolled out. Thank you very much. Let's help our children unlock their potential. Bye for now. See you next time.